Alright guys, this is going to be the first video in a series on our Hotbike tour build. So we've been invited to build a bike for the Hot Tour, which is going to be in September. Basically I have to build a bike, slap it all the way over to Durango, Colorado, and then we ride all the way up to Boise, Idaho with a group of, I think, 12 builders. Very well respected names in the industry, so we're kind of humbled to be part of the group. And we have a couple of challenges. The first challenge is that we don't have time to build a full bike and ship it as a full bike to the States because it needs to be flown in. We've got EPA standards to adhere to. I won't bore you with the details, but we're putting a lot of faith in other parties to actually get us the bike on the road. So we've come up with a different plan. What we're going to do is we're going to prep everything here in Copdock, and then we're going to fly it over a week before the ride, and then we're going to build the ultimate bike there. So it's going to be a bit of a logistical endeavor. But let's talk about the bike first, what we're doing. This is kind of the idea that we've had, which is taking a twin cam street bob and turning it into a everyday workman chopper. Everybody has twin cams kicking around. They're kind of the ugly stepchild. Idea isn't 100% originally ours. Brad from Riff Raff Choppers has been a great inspiration on doing these. Other people have referred to a St. Louis style where the neck is up but still at like a 30 degree to get that nimbleness and keep that nimbleness in the bike. So what we have done is we have a 2011 street bob that we already took the down tubes, the neck and the backbone out. It has that ugly square backbone, and we will raise the neck by 4 inches. So this is a jig that's especially set up for that. Paul, thank you from Demeanor Customs for helping us out with this jig. And then what we'll do is we'll stick this block in here, and then we'll marry the round backbone to it. That will go to our neck, and then we'll have the two single down tubes coming down and marrying up to the frame here. So it'll be up 4 inches with a 30 degree rake to keep that nimbleness that we like in bikes. So we'll finish this frame, which you'll see in a post coming out later this week, and then we'll ship this with a bunch of parts to Arizona, where the donor bike will be, where we will build the bike for the rally. A couple of other things to walk you through that we're doing on this bike. We've chopped the fender struts off. We've designed billet aluminum fender struts that can kind of bolt on, although you still have to do a little bit of shaving. We are also doing an aluminum swing arm that we're designing specially for this bike. On our prototype bike, we've used inserts for our swing arm. You want the axle to run slightly higher so you can keep your swing arm parallel to the ground. We're doing an aftermarket fender on it. So Panda, you had a great idea.
So with the exhaust, we like the style which on the bike, but we're going to go for a titanium exhaust. We're going to go build a titanium cone muffler and run the pipes all in titanium pie cuts. The exhaust will be super light. Not that we really need it, but yeah, it's going to look really nice.
We've designed a new mid-control bracket that allows us to run these mid-controls with somewhat remote master cylinder. We're going to run our own / Brad's design of wheels that we machine out of a billet blank. We're going to run Hell calipers on this. That's a UK company that we really like. We've done our own triple trees for this one, because the triple trees that we have for our other bikes are a bit small and a bit spindly when it comes to these bigger 49mm legs. So we've designed these. This is prototype machined up. We're going to do a little production run of these, and we'll do a side mount headlight on this with our own designed headlight. We're doing our own gas tank. It starts off as a shell.
Yeah, so we get the shell in, then we put on our brackets on the bottom to mount it to the top tube. So this is just a rough one now, so then it'll be sanded and then sent to paint, but it's a fairly nice looking mild steel tank.
Jessie Madeira from the Paint Buzz is going to do a paint job for us on this, which will be from her Nun series, and anybody knowing her knows that that's going to be a little bit PG. That'll be interesting. And then we've just finished designing our own risers. We're using ISR master cylinders on the handlebars, doing some funky stuff to the engine. We ripped out the EFI system, so it's going to be carved and not injected just to keep it clean. Yeah, so a lot of good plans. Back to our overarching issue, which is we need to prototype everything here. We need to stick it all in a box and then ship it out to Arizona and then build the bike. So in the next few weeks, you will see posts coming out talking about all the different aspects of this build, the struggles that we're undoubtedly going to have on this, and then we'll have a deadline to get all the parts shipped, and then we've got a deadline to build the bike, and then it needs to hold up for 1,200 miles on the ride. So I'm not 100% sure why we're doing this, but it'll be fun.
It'll be fine.
So,
we're professionals.
we're professionals. So stay tuned.